Hi, welcome back to episode 4 of our Romanian playthrough. The last episode we really struggled with the war against Bulgaria, but we did get it, as you can see, if you didn't watch the past episodes. Now we're gonna work on building a fighter that's worth anything, and hopefully we can. Soviets wants us to join the faction. No, I'm gonna say no on that one. They can invite us a little bit later if they wish. Get our 1939 and then we'll be set to go. I'm gonna try and get some tank technology. We have a couple engines in the air technology, so that is great. We're gonna give that the best engine possible. Oh, we have to be at war to get that? That's kind of dumb. In any case, let's get some breakthrough here. Some armor, actually. What can we do here? We'll get this, I think. That would be great. 530 manpower. 30,000 manpower. Okay. Yes, we do have enough political power to put the Air Force guy in office, which is great because we sorely need to do that because of the fact that we need to get, we're gonna have a very small Air Force because we're not gonna be able to produce a lot. I would like to make this fighter as OP as possible, to be perfectly honest, but that also means that we're probably better off waiting until we research the, the better fighter skin or platform, if you will. I don't know. Frame, that's the word I'm looking for. So we want to stay away from Slovakia because they're being guaranteed by the Reich. I don't want to get involved with the Reich just yet. We're going to need the Air Force to that, to be perfectly honest. And we're almost done with the railroads that we were building in Romania to make sure the supplies was good. So, or do we want to go after Greece? I don't know how we want to do that, but I mean, it's a possibility we can consider it. But I do want to get some new divisions going as well. Want to add some support companies, recon rangers, I like that. Let's do that. Recon rangers, I like that. Sounds special. There we go. Got some decent men companies in this particular division type now. I do want to recruit some of these though, to be perfectly honest, if we can. We could go with elite troops as well, but that being said, I don't want to run short on artillery either, so that's why I'm a little bit hesitant to actually do that. Oh, we got several of these doctrine things. That is really nice. Operations. I'm gonna go with this because it gives us an organization boost to all infantry and it's extremely helpful. In terms of the armor, we're gonna go with streamlined deployment, I think. That's what we're gonna go with there. And our army is set up. Yeah, we need to actually, we got plenty of steel now. So probably should increase the production of the support equipment now that there's a lot more going into it. I mean, we're 1,200 short. That's not something we want here. We don't want to be that short on support equipment here. So we don't have as much steel as what we had before, but that's okay. And I think we'll go into Greece pretty quick. Vote guarantee. And then justify war goal on Greece here. There we go. And let's make sure nobody guarantees these people, because that's what's going to determine what goes on next. Infantry expert. Alright, once again, we're not going to have a lot of Air Force, but I don't think the Greeks are going to have much, to be perfectly honest. So, I'm not too concerned about that. The one that I am concerned about, though, because it's so much bigger than Greece, is Turkey. Okay, that is the one I'm concerned about. That definitely is the one that I am a little bit concerned about, Turkey. But these tiny nations here, not really. Let's drop the attack line that goes down to Athens here, and that's gonna be very, very helpful, I think. I'm gonna make sure that these guys use less supplies now, if we can arrange that. Cool, we got communist symbols. That is interesting, very interesting. We're gonna decrease the supply usage here, and we're gonna do that for anyone we can, because we're Romania, right? We don't have a lot of manpower, so supply consumption would actually be very, very useful at a point. But I think we're gonna crush the Greek. I really do. I think we're we're going to crush the Greek for sure. I'm kind of excited too. We do have to worry about the resistance too, but that's kind of why I'm recruiting more men so we can do the whole nation all at one time. What does Greece actually have in terms of resources here? They have, oh man, they have quite a bit of chromium. Once again, that's going to be huge up here. And tungsten, we definitely need the tungsten. So that's going to be a major windfall right there. Let's try to avoid this here. Hang on, let me see if I can't join the freaking faction of the Soviet Union. Okay, cool. We just avoided that shit right there. Man, that was almost bad. That was almost bad. Definitely. That was almost very bad. Soviet Union starts to declare war on us like, oh shit. I'll tell you one thing, guys. We're not gonna freaking support the Soviets in any shape or form if they go to war. We're only doing that so we can stay out of trouble. That's all we're doing, is trying to stay out of trouble here. That's it. I'm not playing with this bullshit. Thankfully, we were able to get out of the situation though. So that is good. That is really, really good. Because now all we need to do is focus on Greece. And once we get Turkey, we will definitely have everything we need to definitely become a superpower. We're kind of already a superpower, but even so. Alright. Oh, we got the game paw. What? I wondered why we weren't building no rubber refineries. How much do we have any of that? Anyway, we got a decent amount. Okay amount. Not great, but okay amount. We do need to get an Air Force. I know I keep reminding myself of that, but I'm just trying to grab as much territory as possible of the weaker nations so we can have the resources to make said airplane. And once we get Greece, we'll have that tungsten, which is gonna be great. Oh, they did the whole Vichy France thing too. Okay. But I guess it is on historical AI, but still. I only, honestly, let's change this to one time. Because I only want to bolster the Romanian divisions by 5 once. Because I don't want to kill our manpower. We don't really have a whole lot, really, if we're being honest. I'm going to build a spy network so that they can work on the resistance. I like the Soviet symbol. This is awesome. Hammer and sickle. And then I'll put the spies in working on the resistance and all that. Since we are going to have a spy network, I do want to put the spy people in there. Maybe want to go with the war goal for one person because it decreases the effectiveness of that. And yeah, let's get the political power gain. And I'm also going to go with war economy, but don't have enough political power to do that right now anyways. We got all of our officers in office right now, so we're going to start getting passive XP on either end. Actually, I think I want to build the aircraft right now, to be perfectly honest, because we do have some rubber. So I'm gonna make a new production line of aircraft, and then here's what we're gonna do. I'm going to really mod the shit out of this thing, because if we don't, well, it's not gonna do much. I'm gonna put the 1940s engine in there. This is gonna be crazy. Electronics, bomb sight, what does that do? Okay, increases the weight. Straight bombing? No, I kinda don't want this to be a bomber. I think I just want to make this a straight up fighter, if you will. So I'm gonna do that. Just kind of design this thing to shoot planes down. Defense turrets, air attack. Wait. Okay. Alright. I think we've done just about everything we can do to it right now based on what we do have. Let me see what kind of technology we can get for this thing before I build it here. Improve small airframe. That is something that we need to consider. But we also need to upgrade the machine guns and whatnot, probably several times over. A cannon 1. Ooh, that's gonna be nice. Let's go down that route. And then get machine gun 2 as well. Make this freaking fighter freaking beast of a plane. Okay, we're gonna have the new guns in about 40 something days. So when they get completed, what I'll do is I'll start to research the cannons and the new machine guns too for the airplane, and then we'll build the airplane, put that in production, build as many as we can, and do all that so when we go to future future wars we're not struggling, but rather kicking ass. Okay, now we got the spy network. I gotta wait until we get our next spy, as it were, and we're still building stuff. But I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put some infrastructure in here. Well, maybe some railroads. Yeah, railroads would actually be pretty nice. Let's actually prioritize that so that it gets completed. It is kind of a small railroad, but I want to make sure we got enough supplies running through here by wars begin. There we go. Getting our stuff done first. Because the refineries can be put in later, it doesn't matter. No, we can't do that. Okay, because we already did restore greater, what's it called? Okay, trade deal with Germans? Jeez. The recruitment has completely stopped, which is, okay, I guess. Not really that concerned, I guess. Hunt down the resistance, please. Thank you. That way our military can focus on other more important things. Well, this time we're working on getting compliance to go where it should be. Okay, so at this point I'm gonna work on the machine guns for the airplane. I'll probably do the cannons and the machine gun because we're about to get the other stuff real quick here. So, I mean, we might as well just make sure we get the airplane stuff done. And you know what? We should also get the radio. We're way behind on that. And then I think I'll research nuclear stuff after the 3 days. Nice. War go over with. How much longer until our supply lines are completely connected? Not too much longer, to be perfectly honest. I think we'll be fine. And nobody's guaranteeing them, so that is great. Let's go ahead and crush the Greeks. I don't expect to hit too much resistance because their country is so small. I mean, it's smaller than Bulgaria, I'm pretty sure. Alright, so let's go in and commence the attack. Slow down the game by 1. Oh yeah, we're doing very well right now. Extremely well right now. All going according to plan, guys. This is awesome. We're about to get another country under Romania, which is awesome. And now we have to update our weapons. So we're gonna be putting out, no, thank you. I'm gonna make sure that we update our weapons here. There we go. And what do I want to do after that? Let's see. Let's get the 1940 weapons here. Alright, let the game continue here. Yeah, this is awesome. Okay, so we're inside of World War at this point apparently, which is really sucky, but looks like we're doing pretty well anyway. Oh, seriously, let's get the Russians help on here. Can you help us please? I didn't realize the freaking British were gonna get involved here. We're still doing very good. Most definitely still doing very good. Wow, we're just absolutely destroying them. We're absolutely destroying them. Just complete and utter wrecking them. It's kind of funny. Wow, yeah, we'll do that. Non-aggression patch with Italy here. Nice. We're gonna get most of Greece. Italy's not gonna get nothing. Yeah, we're definitely getting most of Greece. No question in regards to that. I mean, Italy's helping, but they're not gonna get crap compared to us. They might actually get more than I thought. Guess that depends how the peace deal comes up. I'm not exactly sure how that's gonna work. They're actually getting more than us now. That's alright. Let's make sure our, what do you call them, supply lines are connected. There we go. That should get some more supplies through here. Oh shit, what am I thinking? There we go. That'll help with that. Let's speed this up a bit. Okay, so who's left in this war? New Zealand, Great Britain's the big one, Australia, South Africa, Iraq, basically. Okay, so I think what I'll do is I want to just fire a war goal on Turkey, okay? And I know that it's not necessarily ideal because we haven't even built their airplane yet, but need to get to Iraq. That is already in the war and we need to eliminate them. So the easiest way we can do that is to eliminate Turkey. I would say that we want to actually finally build that thing in our production lines. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. Let's go like that. Give ourselves production efficiency gain. I also want to go and get the guns too for the airplane as well. We killed 24,000. Is that how many we killed or lost? Yeah, we lost 26,000 then, just for ourselves. I'm gonna finally probably put our men, well, let's clean up the border, because Italy's not gonna do nothing to us. We have a non-aggression pact with us, so they're not gonna do nothing to us. So that's that, and we're going to do a offensive line, nothing too serious. I just would have liked to. No, I don't even want to do that. Okay, hang on. If we can get to Istanbul, then I'll make another line that goes through the rest of Turkey. Not the whole thing, but we'll try to get a couple more cities. I'll be right back. I gotta go take care of something. I'll be right back, guys. Oh crap. That way it doesn't run away from us. We have it saved and whatnot. Oh, this is the faction, isn't it? Yeah, it's just the Comintern faction in general. Okay, guys. I'm not gonna play for too much longer. I'm gonna end the episode very soon, but I think I want to let the war go with Turkey for a little bit. So that's what we're going to do. War in South America. We can't have much more on this war goal either. It's like 19 days, I guess. Land more than I suspected, but it's okay. That's what we want there. Some better guns for the planes and all that. Which we haven't made a plane yet. I'm really just waiting until we get the second guns. Let's get heavy bombs here. That's what we'll do next. And the Allies are about to lose, all things considered. The German-British war, the Germans are about to lose. Oh, they're doing a war goal against us? Okay. See if I care, because we're gonna beat you to it. Actually, you know what? We should build some AA within Romania. I think that would be great. Especially around in here, because that's where it's prevalent is in this particular vicinity. I want to prioritize AI. The AI, I mean anti-air. And then that way we'll be shooting these targets down while stationary. Joint Comintern. Deal with the devil. That's kind of funny how they call it that. My guess is Romanians and Soviets didn't get along too well in general. Okay. Alright, now let's get this fighter being built. I want to build that fighter before we get done here. Fighter. Okay, we're gonna hook some fighter, 2 cannons. We're gonna give it cannons. Then we're gonna go fighter weapons, heavy fighter machine guns. Then we're going to give it the best engine available currently. And it looks like that's probably all we're gonna do to it. Why can't this be built? What? Fighter weapons, 4 heavy machine guns, fighter weapons, 2 cannons, fighter engine, electronic bomb sights, and then defense turrets, I guess. So I don't understand why these can't be built. I really don't. Why can't I declare war? They have a non-aggression pact with your faction leader. Oh, so we have to leave the faction to do anything. Great. Can we actually do that with no risk of getting in trouble? Actually, I think, guys, the Romania campaign is going to stop here unless I can figure something out on screen. Well, off screen, I mean while I'm not recording. Because right now we're stuck. But it was a good run. I enjoyed this series, and if I can figure something out, I'll continue it. But until I figure something out, without you guys being on here with me, I'm not going to be able to figure it out. You guys have a blessed day, and I'll try and figure out something in the background. Maybe we'll start a CK3 series, I don't know. Let me know in the comments if you guys want to see CK3. Because I'm at a loss right now. We can't leave faction when fighting together. Okay, so there has to be peace, is what there has to be before we can do anything. Okay, I'll see you guys next time. If you guys have any suggestions, let them be known in the comments, okay? But I'm gonna come back at this. I'm not gonna delete the game because this is going very well. But I'm gonna come back to this at a later point when my head's cooled off and we can sit back around the table and figure this out.